Mhm. So yesterday we understood about the variables, right? Variables and the print command, regularly used print command I've discussed, right? So I think I've given yesterday like one assignment to you guys, like how do you print that type of X, type of Y, type of Z. So did it, anyone got a chance to look into that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So how do we print
Needs
that?
to be in it needs
Hmm.
to be in flower bracket and then type of.
Exactly. Exactly. So the catch that we need to understand there is whenever you write some expressions, those expressions you have to write it in flower brackets. Okay, I'll show you at the end of the class. I'll show you that one as well. Okay, so that is what we need to remember. Intentionally, I've given that one because we are going to use that kind of notation regularly from going forward. Okay, okay. Anyway, so that was about the variables and the print command. And today, the most important topic for the Spark. Not today. This whole week, I'm going to discuss about these data types only. Okay, these are very important, guys. I don't know, like how to say that. You can put 100 times important into 100 times. So that much important the topic is. Okay, because even in the interviews also, they'll ask questions on the data types only. Mostly they'll ask questions on the data types, and even Spark completely based out of these data types only. I mean, if at all, if you want to create any data frame or any RDDs, right? So backend, we are going to use this list and the tuples only in the backend. So you have to understand thoroughly of these topics. Okay. So let's get into that one by one. Okay. So in Python, I told you already yesterday, in Python, you don't need to declare the data type of a variable. So Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So on the fly, it is going to assign the data type based on the type you're assigning to the variable. Okay, so that is what we understood, right? Okay, same thing I'll try to prove once again today. Okay, but we have different types of data types are there in Python. So at high level, this is the category, guys. Actually, okay, numeric data type is there. Under numeric, again, we have integer, complex number, float comes under numeric category. Integer, you guys know, 10, 20, 30, in any number without decimal, we call it as a integer here. And complex number, you guys know already. In your childhood days, like we used to like write a plus ib or x plus iy or jy, like that we used to write, right? So that complex number also comes under, we can define in Python. And float values, you guys know, the numbers which are having the decimal values, generally we represent with the float. Float is also one of the data type here. Okay, we'll go in deep one by one here. Don't worry. Next category is dictionary, which is very important one. Okay, and I'm going to discuss about this one also. Next, Boolean, true or false, or nothing but, or comes under Boolean category. True, false. That's it. Only two. And set is also one of the data type. And the last one and important one is sequence data type. Under sequence, actually, we have strings, list, and tuple. Okay, you'll understand why we call only these three data types, we call them as sequence data type. Why don't we call other data types as sequence data type? You'll understand that one. Okay, I'll give a justification for that one one by one slowly. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about the numeric data type. Okay, I've already discussed this one, but still I'm trying to like explain that one more time quickly. Okay, so how do you represent the variables generally? Any representation, a equal to 5 or a equal to 20 or a equal to 100, anything you can define. Okay, yesterday I've already shown, right? So today also I'll try to show you the same thing here. One second, let me execute that. Yeah, you can use either command prompt or you can use this one also, guys. Anything is okay to execute your commands. Okay, only for the data types I will go ahead and use the command prompt. um, or if at all, if you want to execute this one, Jupyter notebook, that is also fine. Both are same actually. Okay, so let me go ahead and execute everything from here. Okay, So let's say a equal to 100. I told you already how to represent that one. When I say a equal to 100, backend it is going to create actually a object. I told you in Python everything is an object. That means 100 will be backend it is going to assign some memory location to the 100. A is just a pointer to that address or memory location. That's it. A does not hold any value actually. A is just a pointer. That's it. So in the memory location, 100 will be stored. Okay. If I want to know the data type of this one, how do we know that? How do we know that one? So just type here print of. If you want to write everything in the F string, you can write it, or directly you can write it here. Print of type of A also you can write without F string also you can write. But better you can mention F string here. That's okay. See here, class integer. Class integer. That means it is understanding that okay, 100 is a integer. 100 is a integer. So why it is saying class integer here? I told you already. 100 is a object. Objects are held by actually class. Class is nothing but a collection of objects. That is the reason why it is saying class integer. Okay, fine. So this is your normal number. Now I can, if you want to like mention float values, like let's say 1.19, anything, any number you can type it here. Just press up arrow so that you'll come to, you'll get that previously typed command actually. That is the reason why I'm trying to use this command prompt here. Please. Okay. So just press up arrow here so that you'll get previously typed command, so that you'll get, you don't need to type it every time. That is the reason I'm trying to use here command prompt. Okay. Now I've given here a equal to 1.19 or any number you can, any float value you can give here. And if I try to give command print of type of a, it is clearly saying that, and it is identifying the data type of that one as a float. See, you don't need to declare that one, just like your Java. In Java, you have to represent it as a float, but here it's not required. Okay. Now this is float value, and if at all if you want to like represent the complex numbers, right? You can take it like this. Okay. You can represent like this actually. I've already given this one 1 plus 3j, a plus ib format, but I is not supported here. For representing the complex number, we have to represent that one with j only. I is not supported here. Okay. So that point you need to remember when you, even when you try to practice it, right? I is not supported. Don't type that one. Okay. 1 plus, let's say 2j. So it's a complex number. I know that it's a complex number. And if I try to know the data type of that one, it is clearly identifying that it's a complex data type. Okay. So these three comes under numeric category. Integer, float, and complex numbers comes under this category, numeric category. Yes, that's it. If you want to know the address of the complex number, I already told you what is that command we need to use. What is that command? Instead of type, what we need to take here? ID. ID will give you the address. Backend in this particular memory location, this value is stored. That's what you need to understand. Okay. And one more function is also there, guys. That is instance. That is not required, but if you want to know that one, just try to understand that one. This is what we need to understand. One more function is instance. Is instance is nothing but, let's say you have represented, let's say you have defined 5 here. 5 is an integer. Is it an integer? If it is yes, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. That means what is the class? What is the data type of that one? That's what you're trying to ask here. So for that, the function we need to use is instance. Okay, it's not that important. That's okay. Just try to keep this point in mind. That's it. Okay, now we are done with the complex numbers and float and the integer values. Okay, I've given some examples here. I'll share this PPT with you. You guys just go through it. Okay. Now, next, the most important one is most of the Python interview-based questions you'll get from string object only. Interview-based questions. Okay, we'll see one by one. I told you already yesterday, the strings can be represented in Python either with within single quotes or double quotes or triple single quotes or triple double quotes. Anything we can use here. Okay. Now let me try to use here. Hello. Let's say I'm using here. Hello Shiva. This is a string. Or hello world. Anything you can take here. See here. I'm trying to. I've assigned this hello Shiva to the variable A. You can take any variable, guys. Here there is no guarantee or there is no rule that every time you have to assign the variable to A only. See, I'm just assigning like that. That's it. Okay. I wanted to know the data type of this one actually. For that, print of type of A. It is clearly identifying class of string. String class. String is nothing but a hello Shiva is the string actually. String data type. Okay. The same thing I can represent within double quotes as well. That is also okay. I told you already yesterday, single quotes, double quotes, Python will treat in the same way. Same way. Okay. Here also, if you try to check here type of A, it is still treating it as a string only. Okay. You can represent the same thing in triple single quotes as well. Okay. Triple single quotes. And here also you need to mention triple single quotes. Okay, just try to execute this one and type of print of type of A. Again, it is treating as a string. Okay, one more way you can represent it. That is triple double quotes. Okay, you have to put like this. Now here also you need to give triple. Triple, right? Sorry. Yeah. So just try to represent this one and print of type of A. See how it is treating string again. Okay, so either this way also you can represent, this way also you can represent, this way also you can represent, this way also you can represent. And I know like some of the people are from the Python background, triple single quotes and triple double quotes actually we use for comment lines as well. Comment lines as well. I'll tell you the difference later, not now. You can use the triple single quotes and triple double quotes for comment lines. Okay, so for now, just try to remember here, the strings can be enclosed by either single quotes or double quotes or triple single quotes or triple double quotes. That's it. In these four ways, we can represent it. Okay. Now, Shiva, can you tell us how it is going to store in the backend? Okay, so string data type is there. What if I try to store only a single character? So do we have any char data type here? Let's say I'm trying to take C. C is a character. C is just a single character. In SQL, actually, we have char and string both separate data. Both are different data types, right? In SQL, we have string data type is there, and we have character data char also there. But in Python, we don't have two separate data types. We have only string. We do not have character data type. Even if you write a single character here in a variable, then still it will try to treat as string only. Even if you try to write within single quotes a single character, it will not treat it as a character. It will still try to treat it as a string. That's it. There is no character data type in Python. Only string data type is there. That's it. So this is also one of the important points we need to understand it. Okay. Now, Shiva, just try to understand, make us understand how it is going to store in the backend. Remember, in Python, string is a collection of characters. collection of characters. Backend, how it is going to store, you know? Okay, it will simply store in this format. Let's say str equal to hello. Hello is a string actually. Backend, it is going to store like this. Okay, H L H E L L O. You can access each character from the string with the help of index. With the help of index. Okay, so like what is that index? Like what is that exactly the index means? The H will be stored in the first position. That is that index, we call it as index. Always in Python, index always starts with the 0. Remember that. This whole week we are going to understand about this one only. All data types will be stored starts with an index called 0 only. Not all, few I can say. So index always starts with the 0, and E will be stored in the second position. The index we call it as a 1, and L will be stored in a third position, and it will be stored as the index we take it as 2 here, 3, 4 like that. Even if you try to store hello Shiva and one the box will be continued like this here, and one more thing, hello, after that space you're giving, and after that Shiva you're writing. Space is also one of the character here. Space is also character here. Every character in your keyboard, like it will be treat as a character only here. Every key in your keyboard, every letter I can say, every symbol, it will try to treat as a character only. So space is also one of the character here. And in Shiva, S will be stored separately, and I will be stored separately here. We will be stored separately, and A will be stored separately here like this. And since this is a space, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like this, it will try to store. Now you understood why I'm calling it as a collection of characters. Now string is a collection of all these characters. That's it. Backend, it will try to store in this indexing format. And if you want to access a particular character or a substring from the string, you can access it. Okay, so let me try to do that one here. Let me try to access each and every element so that you will understand here. Okay, let's say I have hello Shiva right here. Okay, so from that I wanted to access first character. How do we do that one? So always remember, you have to access the characters or substring only with the help of indexes. Okay, how to access that one? So let's say a of is nothing but in the like we have to represent in a square brackets always here. Okay, let's say a of 0. Okay, what you're going to get here? C. Why I'm getting C here? See, previously I assigned what is that reset assignment to the A? C, right? That is the reason we are getting that one. Okay, what I will do is let me try to represent here. Instead of hello Shiva, let's say I'm trying to take here hello world. Okay, anything you can take, no problem here. Okay, if I try to take here A of 0 and see, you're getting H, because index 0, this is index value actually. Index 0, which character it is there here? H. And if you try to access the first index 1 here, then see here E. And if you try to access 2 here, second index, see, you're getting L. And if you try to access 3 here and see what you're getting, L again. And if you try to access, let's say 7 here and see what you're getting, O. O is nothing but this one. O in the world, O, it is trying to access 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now let's try to access the 9th one also and see here, and L we are getting here. And if you try to access the 10th one here and see what you're getting here, D. Now, if I try to access 11 here, and what is your expectation here? It is simply throwing error. What is that error? Index out of range. String index out of range. It is clearly saying that, boss, I have index up to 10 characters, but you're trying to access out of that more than that, and I'm not able to get that. I'm not able to get that. That's what it is saying. This index is out of range. How many characters this sentence has? Only 10 characters. Okay. Now you understood how to access each character from the word or a sentence. Now, I wanted to access the word directly from that sentence, from the string, not sentence, I can say, from that string. I wanted to access substring from the string, I can say. Okay. If you want to access a substring from the string, we have some notations actually. That's what we need to understand. Next. Okay. So you can access that substring using slicing operation. Using slicing operation. Slicing means cutting into pieces. Okay. Now there are 5 different types of syntaxes are there to access the substring from a given string. So the first one is string object of begin index and end index. You can represent like this with the colon symbol. Begin index, from which character onwards you wanted to access, that is the begin index. Up to which character you wanted to access it, that is the end index. And end, let's say if I take 1 5 here, 1 5 here, then what will happen? It will try to access from 1, and 5 is not included. Up to 4 it will try to take. End -1 always you need to consider. End is begin index is included, end index is excluded here. Always you need to understand end -1 here. That is the reason I'm using word excluded. Begin is included, end is excluded here. Okay. So I'll try to talk about the negative indexing also after some time. Okay, you can represent in this way also. Begin and the end index we can we don't need to mention that one. Then how it is going to behave, that one also we'll try to understand. Or we can miss begin index and we can represent only end index. That is also allowed. And how it is going to how we are going to access, like we'll see with practical example. Okay, and string object of begin index we can mention, end index we can mention, and by default it will try to take the step value as 1. 1 means, let's say begin index if you mention 0 and end index if you mention 5, 0 1 2 3 4, like that it will take. So by default the step value is 1. If you want to access alternative characters, then you can mention here 2. Character by character, it will simply access the first character and it will leave the next index. That means step value is 2. And after that, second character, I mean 0, 1 will be skipped, 2 will be taken here, and 4 will be taken, like that up to end value, whatever it is there, it will try to take it. I'll show you practically though, this one, don't worry. Okay. Now let's get into the practical part here. And before I get into that one, you need to understand one more thing also. Negative indexing also you need to understand. So far we understood here index value will start from here. It is 0 and so on. How many characters are there here? That many, that number -1 it will take here. Back end it also. Go on mute guys, please. Sorry. It also stores the data in a negative indexing format as well. Okay, either positive index or negative, anything is okay. You can access the characters using the negative index also. Okay, let me show you that one practically so that you'll understand here. Okay, now let's see. Same hello world is there, right? I'll try to use the same thing here. Hello world only. If I try to take here, okay, -1, negative index always starts from rightmost side, guys. Here, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, like that. And negative index starts from 1, -1 onwards. Because 0 we already representing in a positive index, right? That is the reason why they excluded the 0 in the negative index. Are you getting my point? 0 we already used in the positive indexing. That is the reason why 0 is excluded here. -1, -2, -3, and so on, -11. Okay, let me try to access this one. See what happened? See, from last character, -1 is nothing but we have to consider it from rightmost side. So D we got here. If I try to take here -2 here, then what will happen? See, L. In the word actually L is there, right? Second character. That is what it is trying to display here. And if I try to take here instead of 2, 11, if I take last character H, that is first character in the hello world. From rightmost side, it is a last character. From the leftmost side, it is a first character. You can access index value. You can access this string using negative index as well. That's what I wanted to say here. Either positive or negative. Anything is okay. See, based on your use case, you have to consider that one, guys. That's it. In real time, we are going to use both. Both we are going to use. Okay. That is one way. Okay. Now let's get into the notation that I've told you one by one. Okay. First, let me explain here theoretically, so that after that I'll try to explain that one back. Okay. See here. Try to remember these notations here. Now, string equal to hello I stored here. Okay. Here, string of colon. What did I do here? Begin index, I did not mention anything. End index also, I did not mention anything. Then if you don't mention anything, it will try to consider from the first character. And since you did not mention any end index here, it will try to consider up to last index. Up to last index. Just simply mention colon here. Don't mention any starting index and the ending index. Then it will try to take from 0 to 4. Total 5 characters are there. Index starts with 0 and it ends with the 4. Okay. Hello, we got here. Next, string of 0 colon. I'm telling clearly to this one, to Python, hey, start the index value from 0. And end index, I did not mention anything. If you don't mention anything, it will try to treat till last character. 0 to, what is that last index value actually? 4. 0 to 4. Indirectly, backend, it will try to consider 0 to 4. So, in this case also, we got hello here. Now, in this case, in the third case, I'm not mentioning any starting index here. Not mentioning any starting index. That means it will try to consider from the first index value. That means it starts with 0. And you are clearly mentioning here 5. I already told you end index is excluded here. End index is excluded here. Excluded means 5 minus 1, 4. 0 to 4 indirectly here. What we are going to get? Hello again. Okay. Now again here. String of simply colon 3. Colon 3 means if you don't mention starting index here, then it will consider from the first index value. That means 0. 0 to 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. That means first index value is H actually. We can access that one using 0th index. That means H will be taken here. And the second index value is actually E. And third index value is L. 0 to 2. HEL you're going to get. This is the output actually. Okay. And here 0 colon 2. 2 means end index is excluded. That means minus 1 always we need to take here. 2 minus 1, 1. 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is HE. That's it. That is the output. And string of 1 colon 4. 1 is nothing but this one. from this index onwards, you wanted to access that. That means E, it starts with E, and 4 minus 1 is 3 actually. ELL you get. So ELL we got here. Hope everybody understand this.
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah.
Yes, Shiva.
Okay, moving on. So let's see practically this one so that you'll understand it in a better way. Let me execute it as it is. So hello world as it is I have taken here. Now what I will do is, now you guys have to give the response here. First what I will do is I'll simply take colon 5. Now come on, tell me the output here. What you're going to get. If I don't mention the starting index here, begin index here, then from which index onwards it will consider? 0th index onwards it will consider it. H it will consider 5 minus 1 always you need to take here guys. 5 minus 1. Okay. 5 minus 1 is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means hello will be displayed here. Okay. Let me execute this one. See, hello as it is we got. Okay. Now let me represent in another way here. Let's say I'm trying to take here. This time what I will do is I'll try to take 1 here. End index I'll try to miss here. From index 1 onwards, consider till last index value. 1, if you don't mention anything, it will consider up to last index. Then what will happen here? 1 means it will start from here. E. ELLO space WORLD. Everything you'll get here. See? ELLO WORLD. Old. And one more notation, one more thing I'll try to give here. I will not mention any starting index. I will not mention any ending index here. I'll simply mention colon here. I told you already, if you don't mention start and end, it will consider everything here. See, I told you already, even if you represent in double quotes or single triple quotes or, sorry, triple quotes, triple single quotes or triple double quotes or double quotes or single quote, back and ultimately it is going to store in single quotes only. I told you already the reason also yesterday. It will simply save the space, memory space. Ultimately, it stores in a single quotes only. Okay. So one notation is over here, another notation is over, one more notation is over. Okay, let me try to consider in this way also. Let's say if I'm trying to consider from 2 to 8. Now come on, tell me what is that output you're expecting here? 2 to 8. 0, 1, 2. 2 means starting is included or excluded? Begin index is included or excluded? Included. Included means it will start with L. 0, 1, 2. 2 means 2 included here. It will start with 2 up to 8. 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1 is nothing but 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means up to O you are going to get. That is what I'm expecting here. See, up to O. LLO, WO. That's it. Okay. This is the way of accessing substring from a given string. Okay. So I'll give you one small use case here. I mean, one small notation here. Simply, I'll try to mention here -3. Can I represent like this? Can I represent like this? Is it allowed, first of all? Yes, it is allowed. Okay, I told you already here. In one of the notation I told you, positive index we can mention, negative index we can mention. And at the end position actually we can mention negative index also. If I try to take like this, what is the output? Can anybody guess it?
LLO, because
LLO,
-3 means
WO.
D
Okay.
will be -1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. D will be
Okay.
-1, L will be -2, R will be -3.
Okay. Exactly. Okay. See here, -1, -2, minus 3. Minus 3. So minus 3. And again, even if you mention negative index here, always you have to do minus 1 again here. Minus 1, minus 3, minus 1, minus 4. Minus 4 means up to this one, WO. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Till WO you got it. Sometimes they may ask you like this also. Shiva, can you tell me this one? If I try to take positive index here, if I try to take negative index here, minus 2, is it allowed? Is it allowed? Let's see this one. It will simply, it is allowed, but you'll always get actually blank. You'll always get blank. So starting in index always be positive index only. Always. Okay, and you can take like this also. Minus 2. Okay. I can take minus 8 colon, let's say minus 2. You can take like this. See? Now what is the meaning of this one? Can you tell me? Minus 8. Minus 8 means where? Positive direction you see. Okay, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. That means L. It will start with L, second L in the hello. Okay, minus 2 means minus 1, minus 2. Again, minus 1 we need to do. End is excluded, right? Minus 2, minus 1. That means minus 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Minus 3 means R. See, we got here. Okay, if I try to take in a reverse order here, minus 2 here, minus 8 here, is it allowed here? Is it allowed here? So will it?
No, I think.
It will display in a reverse order. See, you're getting blank. You know the rule here. You know the rule here. Did you understand the pattern here? What did you understand the pattern here? If I give minus 8 here, minus 2 here, you're getting output. The moment I exchange the swap the values here, minus 2, minus 8 here, you're getting blank. And here also you're getting blank. Somewhere here also you're getting blank. What did you understand from these two? Any pattern, common pattern you understand here?
Yeah, starting index should be a bigger one.
Always
Is
remember,
that so?
when you try to access the substring here, the begin index is always greater than the end index. Minus 2 is greater than minus 8. Correct. Minus 2 is am I telling it correct way? One second.
No, the other way you are telling.
Okay, other way I'm telling, I think. Yeah. So 1 second. I think I've written here. 1 second. Somewhere I've written that one. That rule I've written. 1 second.
In the starting slide only written, Shiva.
Okay, let me tell that. Yeah, this is begin index always less than end index case. Otherwise, you'll not get any output. This is the rule actually. I think I've given in a other way. Sorry for that. So begin index always less than end index. And end is exclusive. I told you already. End minus 1 always you need to consider. So this is the rule. If you don't follow this rule, you'll not get any output. You'll simply get the output as blank. For that reason only, I'm getting here output as blank in these two cases. Okay. Okay. Now let me take the step value also here. I told you step value also right here. Okay. Let me try to take that way also. Let's consider here positive values for some time, and after that we'll understand the negative values later. Okay. Now 2 to 8, and what I will do is one more colon I will take here. Colon. Let's consider one here. What is the expected output here? 2 to 8. 2 means 0, 1, 2. That means it will start the character from L and up to 8 minus 1, 7. I don't know where 7 ends here. Now let me see here. L, L, O, W, O we are getting. See, always index increments by 1 here. That is the default one. That is the reason why in all the cases actually we got the continuous numbers here. Now I'll try to change this one to 2 here. Now see what you're going to get here. LOW, low. What is that? Why we got that LOW here? Can you guess it? The hello world actually. Okay, I think we have here right here. Hello. That means it is starting with this L. That means second position is actually this one. Second index is this one. And it will simply skip that next one and it will consider the immediate one. O. That's what we got here. And the immediate one is space. Actually, it is skipping that one and it is considering the following one, that is W here. And that means 2 means the step value is 2 means by default 1. The step value 2 means it will simply skip the immediate value. That's it. So the output we got it as LOW. Sometimes they may ask you this one also.
Shiva, that -2 and -8, right? So the begin index is
Always less than end index. So it is
that
not
is less
following
than
that rule, right? That is the reason why output you are getting blank here.
begin index is less. Okay.
-2 is -2 is
right,
greater
right.
than -8, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We have to go back to our childhood days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So -2 is always greater than -8, right? Yeah. So you are not getting output here. Okay. Now, anyway, we got the output here. Now what I will do is I'll simply take here, instead of positive index, I'll simply take here negative index case. What is the output here? See, I'm trying to play with these numbers here. That's it. I'm not doing anything here. I'm trying to take as many as possible combinations. What if I take positive one? What if I take negative one? What if I exchange the values? That's what I'm trying to consider here. Now, what is your expectation here? 2 to 8 minus 1. Again, you're getting blank here. Because it will start from actually -1. -1 always indicates here negative indexing here. Negative indexing. Okay. It will not consider that one. Even though this condition is satisfied here, because it is considering it is taking -1 here. What it will do here is 2 to 8, right? 2 to 8 means generally it has to consider from here onwards, right? LO, right? L onwards, right? Okay. -1 means it will consider from this direction actually. This direction. This direction. That is the reason we are getting blank here. Nothing. We don't get anything if for this one. Okay. Let me try to give you one more notation here. Simply, I'll try to take here. Starting index I will not mention. Ending index also I will not mention. I'll simply mention negative index here. Okay. Otherwise, I'll try to take with positive index only. I'll not mention anything here like this. I'll simply mention colon here. Then what will happen here? If you don't mention starting index, see colon means left side of the colon, it is expecting actually starting index. After colon, it is expecting actually ending index. Both I did not mention. And one more column I mentioned after right side of that column, I'm supposed to mention actually in like the step value. Step value also I did not mention anything. Step value also, if you don't mention anything, by default it will consider 1 only here. Okay. If I try to take here, you're getting full word. Because since you did not mention starting index here, it will consider from first character. Since you did not mention any ending character, it will consider up to last one. Since you did not mention any step value here, it will consider step value as 1 by default. Okay. Now I'll try to take in a reverse direction here. Okay. I can consider this one also here. I can consider like this also. So same output you're getting. Now here, instead of 1, I'll simply take here -1. What is the expected output here? What is the expected output? Negative direction you have to. Negative direction. See, I am not considering in a positive direction. I'm considering in a negative direction. Negative direction means since you did not mention anything here, negative direction means this like opposite direction here. Okay, let me try to write it here so that you will understand. Now, what I'm trying to do is here is H I'm taking here E L L O W O R L D. Okay, so like this I'm considering. Now, the positive direction you tell me. The index value starts always with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry. Space is also there, right? My bad, guys. My bad. So we need to consider the space as 5 and W as 6 here. And this one is 7. One more thing we need to consider, that is space. Space is 5 here. And W is 6. O is 7. O is 7. And R is 8. 9. A negative direction, you tell me? -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. Okay, this is the this one you need to write first. And now you tell me what will happen here.
It should give you a reverse string.
Reverse, yes. Now -1 negative direction. Starting index also I did not mention. Ending index also I did not mention. If you don't mention any starting index, any ending index, what it will consider? It will consider everything from first character, right? I mean -1 onwards till -10. If I try to execute this one, see what is that you're getting here. What is this? String you got in a reverse order. HELLOWORLD. This is one of the entry question. Recently, last week only, we attended one interview, Snowflake interview only. In that interview, they asked the string reversal question. Last week only. They asked me to write the function. They asked me to create a function to reverse a string. I wrote that. Okay. So in a reverse order, you got it. Now, based on this one, I'll tell you one very important entry question. They'll ask you simply, hey, I'll give you a string. Can you identify given string is a palindrome or not? What is palindrome? What is palindrome?
It should read the same when you write it back.
Even when you try to reverse that string, right? You have to get it same way. Let's say the best example I'll try to take here is Malayalam. You take Malayalam. In a reverse order also, you'll get the same thing, right? Malayalam. When you try to read from reverse order also, you'll get the same thing, right? MALAYALAM. Even if you read in this direction also, MALAYALAM. Malayalam. So they'll give you this kind of strings actually, and they'll ask you to find given string is a palindrome or not. This is also one of the entry question. You try to get that one. You try. Same concept actually. I mean, you need to use this concept only here. Okay, you try to get that one. Okay. Yeah, that is about string, guys. Let me check here. Did I miss anything or not here? One more thing you need to understand here. So string operations we can perform. We can perform some arithmetic operations on a string actually. I mean, arithmetic means only plus and into are allowed here. So plus means concatenation operation. Star is nothing but a multiplication operation here. Okay, we can take the in operator also, and you can take the not in operator also. Okay, let me tell you one by one use case here. Okay, so here if I take hello world as it is here, then see what is happening here. Same thing, same string. Okay, up. I think, yeah, hello world as it is I'm representing here. Okay, now what I will do is I'll simply take here hello world. I wanted to concatenate with the Siva. Hello Siva world. That's what I wanted to or hello world Siva. That's what I wanted to concatenate. Okay, so B equal to what I will do is within single quotes I'll try to take here Siva. That's it. A is storing hello world. B is storing Siva. Okay, now I wanted to concatenate those two strings actually. You can concatenate happily here A plus B and see what you're getting here. Hello world Siva. Since you did not give any space here, that is the reason we are getting without space here. And if you want to give some space here, how do you concatenate the space? Come on, help me here. A plus, we need to take here space character concatenation with B. That's it. Then what you're going to get? Hello world Siva, you're getting here. Space also I have concatenated here. I did not do anything here. I simply added space here. That's it. Between A and B. That is also concatenation. Space is also character. That is also a string, right? That also you need to concatenate, right? That's what I did here. That's it. So two strings you can concatenate happily at any point of time. Okay, let's say I wanted to multiply with 3 times this string actually. Okay, what I will do is B into 3 I'm taking here. Now what you're going to get? Siva, Siva, Siva. Siva, Siva, Siva. You can multiply this thing as well. I mean, generally we don't use this one, but still, since it is there, I'm trying to discuss that one. Okay. The one I'm going to discuss is very important, guys. In is also one of the operator actually. If you want to like find out a particular character or a particular substring is there in a given string or not, you can find out using in operator. Okay. Now let me tell you that one. Okay. What I will do is I'll try to take example in A. I wanted to check whether H character is there or not. Character H is there or not, or hello is there or not. That's what I wanted to check actually in A, in string A. Okay, for that, how do you represent that one is within single quotes, you need to take that particular string. Let's say H I'm taking here. Okay, in. Okay, you need to represent that particular string variable value. Okay, A is actually currently holding hello world, right? Now if I try to take here, if H is there in a given string, it will simply return true. Simply return true. In, not in will give the output as true or false. That's it. If H is there in A, H is there in A, right? It's there, right? Yes, it is giving output as true. Let's say I'll try to take in a different way. Let's say I am taking here. I is there in A. A is nothing but hello world. A is nothing but hello world. Okay. Now let me execute this one. See, it is giving false. And if you want to check that one in a reverse way, let's say I not in A. I'm trying to take not in like this. Okay. I'm not taking space here. It is throwing error. I know. Intentionally I typed that one. Okay, not space in we need to give. Okay, so same thing I'll try to give here space here and try to take like this. See, I not in A. Yes, I is not there in A. In a given string, I character is not there. Not only character, guys, you can represent like this also. Hello, you can represent in a single quotes. Hello is there in A or not. Okay, in A. See, you can take like this. Hello is there in A. A is not a character here. A is a string here. A is a string here. So it is returning true. So like that, we can take these operators as well. Mostly out of all these things, either plus or in, only these two we are going to use mostly. These two, I never use this one in my experience, this one and this one. Sometimes, of course, we use this one. Mostly we use this one and these two. That's it. This one and this one. That's it. Okay. So I think we are almost done. And I told you already, strings always, yesterday I mentioned, we need to mention within F string actually. That is a good notation. That okay, I forgot to mention that one, right? I told you already yesterday. So x equal to y equal to z equal to, you can take like 1 comma 2 comma 1, okay, 1 comma 1.5 comma 1 plus 3j I'm taking here. Okay. Now, if I try to represent this in this way, what will happen in the backend? 1 will be stored in the x, 1.5 will be stored in the y, and 1 plus 3j will be stored in the z. I told you already yesterday this notation. Okay, in a single shot, in a single command, you can assign values to multiple variables. Okay, you can take this one. Now, I wanted to take actually the type of each variable. How do we get that one? So print of, always you need to take here f string. Always f string you take, please. This is my sincere recommendation. Do not take any other format. You take, always try to take the print in f string only. It is very easy to represent the string within the print command. Okay, so what I will do is the values of, okay, x comma y comma z are within brackets, within curly brackets, we need to take here x, so that it will understand x is a variable, comma, within curly brackets, again, we need to take here y, and again, put comma here. Within curly brackets, we need to take here z. Okay, and their data types are, now, how to take that one? How to take that one? So within curly brackets, when you write the expression, always you need to mention that one in the, always you need to write that. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay, always you need to write that one in a curly brackets. I'll tell you the real-time use case also when I try to explain about this project. Okay, so type of x, okay, comma, again same thing. So type anyway we need to represent in curly brackets here, comma, curly brackets again I'm mentioning here. So type of y I'm mentioning here and here also. So type of z we need to take here. That's it. You need to write the print command in f string like this. Now see here what it is giving. The values of x, y, z are 1 comma 1.5 comma 1 point this one. Are x, y, z, why it is giving in a tuple format, and their data types are class of tuple, class. Oh, it is considering in a tuple format here. Why is it considering like that? Generally, it should not be like that. 1 3j.
You are giving x equal to y equal to z, right? So all three values are same, right?
No, it should not be like that, right? Okay, now let me type it, print it separately. Okay, print of x. Oh, okay. It is considering in a tuple format case actually. You can assign like this. I don't know why did it take like that. I'll take a look into that one, guys. Okay, you can assign like that one. No worries. I don't know why it is taking considering in this way. Maybe it is taking in a. It is supposed to. My expectation is actually 1 will be assigned to x, 1.5 will be assigned to y, and 1.3j will be assigned to z. That's what my expectation actually here. Okay, we'll see. I don't know whether I've given a wrong notation or not here. Okay, actually, my expectation is here int and float and the complex. That's what I'm expecting here. I'll check this one, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Shiva, I think it will be x comma y comma z equal to like that.
I think
Because
notation I've given
yesterday
wrong.
you
Yeah.
mentioned like
Not equal to. So I'm sorry, my bad, guys. Yeah, that's what my expectation. Yeah, x comma y comma z equal to 1 comma 1.5 comma this one. This is correct. And if I try to print the same one as it is, yeah, this is my expectation. Okay, x, y, z values are 1, 1.5 and 1 plus 3j. So, and its corresponding data types are integer, float, and complex. Okay, sorry guys, my bad. Written a wrong notation here. Okay, yeah. I think we can assign like this actually. Okay, now x equal to y x comma. Okay. We can represent like this also. No, we cannot represent like this. What we can do is x equal to, okay, y equal to z equal to 1. We can take like this. If I try to execute print of this one and see what you're getting, integer, integer. You can represent like this also. Okay, I'm assigning same value to all 3 variables in a single shot. I just confused with this notation and this notation. Sorry for that. Yeah. Okay, so this is about strings. Next one, next data type. Any questions, guys, before I get into list? Any questions? Still string functions also there, guys. I'm going to discuss about the string functions also maybe at the last. I've already prepared the PPT for that. I'll try to discuss that one at the last because this is not the right time to understand the functions here. So first I need to explain about the normal functions, how to create them and how to declare them, how to call them. And after that, I'll try to discuss about the string methods separately. Okay, now let's finish up the data types here. The most important data type in Python is list. If you understand this list data types, remaining data types are very, 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 very easy. You need to put your 100% focus on the list data type so that you don't need to focus on much on the other data types. Okay. Same thing as if you understand string, like list is also very easy. Okay. So what is list? List in Python is used to store the sequence of various types of data. Various types I'm trying to highlight here. Various types of data. I can say it's a collection of data. Collection is nothing but a list. Okay. I can take this one. I can take like this. Control L. Control L, it will clear the screen, guys. Control L, shortcut for clearing the screen is Control. Okay. Now, what I will do is list 1 equal to, okay, how I wanted to mention is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List always you need to represent with square brackets. List always we need to represent with the square brackets. Now, is it a collection of elements or not? I know that it is a list data type. But Python also has to understand that one, right? Python is more intelligent than you. It automatically assigns the data type, right? That's what I told you, right, already. I wanted to know the data type of that one actually. So for that, print off, what I will do is instead of X, I'll simply mention list one. What is your expectation here? Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to print the list here. One second. Type of list actually. My bad. So type of list. This is what we need to mention. See, it is considering class list. This is also an object actually. Back and again, it is going to create an object. In that object, actually, it is going to store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shiva, in the list, actually, you have stored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All are integers here. All are integers. Can we include float values also here? Let's say in place of 2, I'll try to consider 2.5. Okay. In place of 3, I'll try to consider here 3 plus. Okay. Let's say 9j. What is the data type of 1 here? Integer. What is the data type of 2.5? Float. What is the data type of 3 plus 9j? Complex. What is the data type 4 and 5? Integer. Is it allowed or not? Is it allowed? Is it allowed? Yes, it's allowed. And again, if I try to like print here, again, it is considering it as a list only, list object only. That means different data types are allowed here within list. Now, what I will do is I'll try to change a little bit here. Okay. So in place of 3 plus 9j, I'll just consider here within single quotes, I'll simply write here Shiva. Shiva is a string data type actually. Okay. This time I'm trying to take 1 is an integer, 2.5 is a float, Shiva is a string, 4 and 5 are integers. Is it allowed? Yes, it is allowed here. It's not throwing any error. It's allowed. Now let me try to check the type of the list here. See, it is considering as list. Now, what do you understand from this? List is a collection of elements, I know, but what kind of elements they are? What do you understand? What is the conclusion here? Okay, so is it a collection of similar kind of elements or different kinds of elements?
Different kind of elements.
So the conclusion point is list is a collection of heterogeneous elements. Heterogeneous is nothing but different data types. That is what I mentioned here, various types. To understand this, only this word or this sentence, I've done this much. List is a collection of heterogeneous elements. If somebody asks you in the interview, hey, what is list? It's a collection of elements, heterogeneous elements. Don't say it's a collection of elements. You say simply collection of heterogeneous elements. Collection of homogeneous elements means similar kind of elements. It's not a homogeneous element. List will allow different data types actually. So that is the reason we are calling it as a heterogeneous elements. Hetero. Hetero. Okay. That is the first point. Okay. So since I'm trying to say, I'm clearly telling here, it is used to store the sequence of various types. String also stores the data in a sequence format, right? I mean, string is also collection of or sequence of characters, right? Collection of characters or sequence of characters, right? Even this one also sequence of elements, right? Now, how string is storing in the backend in the same way list also stores, right? That's what your expectation, right? Correct or not? Okay. Once again, I'm trying to like assign the list to 1.25, 1, 2.5, Shiva, and 4 and 5. Now, if I want to access the elements from this list, how do you represent that one? How do you access that one? I told you already, the moment I say sequence of characters or sequence of elements, You can access the index, you can access the elements through index. Okay, what I will do is I'll simply take here a list one, right? Sorry, list one of, okay, 0 I'm taking. What is your output actually? 1 you're getting. If I take here 1 instead of 0, if I take 1 here, you're getting 2.5. And instead of 1, if I take 2 here, and see what you're getting, Shiva. And instead of 2, if I take here 7, what is your expectation? What is the output? Do we have 7th element here? 7. Do we have 7th element here? No. What is that output?
No.
List index out of range. See, previously we got similar kind of error, right? There we got string index out of range, str index out of range. Now what is this one? It is throwing now list index out of range. This kind of errors we get in real time very frequently. Very frequently we get this. Errors are also very important, guys. Not only subject, sometimes errors are also important. But when you get this kind of error, you have to understand, okay, you're trying to access the element which is not there in the list. You're going beyond that list limit. Okay, same way, negative also, in the negative also we can take it actually. Okay, -1. How you have in the string actually the same way you can take it. 5. It will try to like start calculating from the negative direction here. 5 is the first character in the negative direction. Okay, first character, first element, sorry, not character, element. Okay, if I try to take here 2, then see what you're getting, 4. And if I try to take here 3, and what you're going to get, I think you're going to get Shiva here. See, Shiva you're getting. Either positive way or positive direction or negative direction. Anyway, you can access the elements. In any direction, you can access the elements. That is what the meaning of this sequence. Okay. Next point. Python lists are mutable. Very, 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 very important point. This is one of the interview question as well. List is mutable or immutable? That is what the question they ask. Blindly, you can say that it's a mutable. Okay, Shiva, we don't understand what is mutable, what is immutable. You try to understand first general English meaning of the mutable and immutable. Mutable is nothing but, English meaning of mutable is nothing but changeable, editable, modify. You can able to modify. That we call it as mutable. That means Python lists can be modified, can be changed. Immutable means you cannot change it. Mutable means you can change it. What do you mean by that? Okay, so Python lists are mutable type. It means we can modify its element after it is created. Okay, what I will do is I'll try to represent one string, one list here. Let's say this list I'm trying to represent here. Now, what I wanted to do is, in place of 1, I wanted to like put 100 here. Can I go ahead and modify that? Can I go ahead and modify that? Yes, you can happily modify that one. How to modify? How to modify? Any clue? Any clue? Any clue? So you can assign any value through index. Where do you want to modify? In which index you wanted to modify the value? In the first index actually. 1 I wanted to replace with 100. Okay, list 1 of 0 equal to 100. Oh, sorry, my bad guys. One second. I need to give equal to 100 or 150. Anything you can give here, or 120. Anything you can give here. Just simply assign like this. It is allowed here. That means you're able to modify the list, right? And if you try to print that one here, And the list, if you try to print and see here, type I'm removing here. If you try to print this one and see what is happening, 120, 2.5, Shiva, 4, 5, you're getting. That means I can able to modify the elements in a list. That's what we call it as a mutable. At any point of time, you can able to modify the values of the list, elements of the list, I can say. If I want to replace Shiva with, let's say Hari, or let's say some other name, you can happily do that one. Let me try to do that one here. So the index is actually 0, 1, 2, right? So I can take here 2 in place of 120. Sorry, my bad, typo. 1 second, guys. 2. So this one in place of 120, I'll simply take within this one. So Hari. You can happily represent this one. And if you try to print this one and see, you're getting 122.5 Hari 4, 5. You can modify the list actually. You can modify the content of the list, I can say. And if you try to access the elements from this one, you can happily like access that. Okay. In place of 2, if I try to take 1 here and see what you're getting, 1 is nothing but 2.5. Index 0, index 1. Index 1 is 2.5. You're getting happily. You can able to access it. Okay. So that's what you need to understand. That is the meaning of actually mutable. Okay. And one more thing. 1 second. Just a second. Yes. Okay. So, and one more thing. List can be defined as a collection of values or items of different types. I've already like gave the justification for that point. The same thing I was trying to explain here. And the elements in a list separated with a comma separation. That's what we have taken here. 120, 2.5, Hari, 4, 5, 5. So all the elements in a list can be separated by comma. That's what I mentioned here. Okay. List is a collection which is ordered and changeable. Ordered. This is also very, very, very important technical jargon, I can say. Okay. Ordered means order is preserved always here. Okay. And it allows duplicate. I'll give you the justification for this one as well. And last point is allows duplicate members. You can have duplicate values in a list as well. Let me try to prove that one here. Okay. So, okay, what I will do is I'll try to have this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I can have one. I can take one more element. What is happening here? Once again, I can take one more element here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take here. Sorry. Okay. 5 equal to Hari. One more Hari I can take it here. Last index out of range. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, sir. My bad. You cannot assign that one. You have to add that one, right? Okay. Let's say I wanted to take even first element also as Hari. See, if I try to print it actually, if I try to print it, 2 Haris we got here. That means duplicate values are allowed in a list. If you want, you can take 120 one more time also. You want to replace this 4 with 120, you can happily replace that. Duplicate members are allowed. That's what I was trying to mention here. And ordered means, let's say, if I try to take here If I try to take list of 1, what you're going to get? List of 1 means what you're going to get? Hari, right? Okay. If you try to run this command even tomorrow also, you're going to get the same thing. Order will not change. Order will not change. Once the order is fixed, that's it. Index will not change. In whatever the way you inserted, the same way the order is preserved here. Even if you run after 10 days also, order will be same. If the session is active. Let's say if I try to take 2 here, so even if you try to run this 100, if I try to take here 3, in 3 actually you got 4, right? 3, bracket close here. Okay. So 3 and you got 4 here. If you run this command 100 times, you'll get the same thing actually. Order is preserved here. Order is not changing here. Order is not changing here. At any point of time, list 1 of 3 means you'll get 4 only. Okay, so this is what the meaning of ordered. So that's what I mentioned. List object maintains the insertion order. Whatever the way you inserted into the list, same order it will try to maintain. Okay, so same way you can represent in the positive direction also you can access the elements, and negative direction also you can access the elements actually here. Even in the list also, just like your string. Okay, same way list 0 colon means 0 means it will try to start from here. Colon means up to last index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you'll get. So simply if you mention colon, since you're not mentioning the starting index and ending index, it will consider everything here. And if you try to take 2 to 4 and end -1 here, 4 -1, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 means this one and this one. 2 and 3 you're going to get. And 1 to 3, 1 to 3 means nothing but from here 2, 3, 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is nothing but 2. And from here to here you'll get 1, 2, 1, 2 you'll get. And colon 4 means since you're not mentioning any starting index here, it will consider from starting first position. First position is 0 and 4 minus 1, 3. 3 means up to 3. See, you got the same thing here. Once you understand the string, right? Like a list is very easy. Once you understand the list, remaining data types are very easy. Okay. So I told you, right, how to update the elements in a list. You can update the single element also. You can update the multiple elements also in a single shot. Both are allowed here. Okay. So tomorrow I'll tell you the list methods actually. There are 8 to 9 methods are there. I'm going to discuss all those methods. If you understand that methods, remaining data type methods are very easy. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Any questions? Because these data types are very, very important, guys. I'm trying to discuss every pinpoint in the data types.
Yeah, all good enough for now.
Okay. Yeah, if no questions, let me stop recording the session.